Well, good morning, all you beautiful ones, or good afternoon to those of you on the East Coast and all in between. We're still working on just the last few minutes of morning here in Southern California. This is Sharen D popping on with you this morning because I was on a meeting with some awesome, powerful women this morning, and they took notice that my lipstick, as they said, was flawless. So I decided to just show you my lipstick application. Although those of you that have hung out with me for a while, you've seen this before. Because again, lipstick is my thing, right? Lipstick is this chick's thing. But I'm going to just take a few minutes and share with you what I do. I start off with this. It's an eye treatment. Why, Sharen, would you start off with an eye treatment on your mouth? Well, again, if you've hung out with me for any time, you know I have said that the skin around your eyes, under your eyes, is the thinnest skin on your face. Also, the skin over your eyes is the most oiliest skin in your face. You do not have moisture ducts in either of those areas. Now, the reason that you would start seeing age on your eyes first is because of those two reasons. And in addition to that, what is happening on that part of your face? You're moving it, you're opening it. It gets a lot of activity. So where else on your face gets a lot of activity? Your lips. And you don't start seeing age on your lips as quickly as you do your eyes. But my thought is if it works to help there for an area that's constantly moving, then I also use that as a indicator that maybe lip treatment works good on your lips. So I don't use a lot at all. The products do not require a lot. So I just tap it on, rub it on. I do on the outside as well, because the outside is where you're going to start seeing those little bit of lines. So I make sure that my lips are happy by being hydrated. 3 H's of skincare, according to Sharen D, is healthy, hydrated, and happy. So, starting off with happy lips, that's where I go first. Then I do use a primer. I do not like a lot of the primers that have the color coding, the color correction to it when it comes to lipstick, because it changes the color of your lipstick. So I use a very small amount of primer. It's a clear, so you're not even going to see it. I put that on my lips where the lipstick's going to go. Okay. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm going to share with you that I think it's important for you to kind of know a little bit about you. What type of skin are we dealing with? Now, my skin is pretty much normal. If any category it would fit in, it would be, of course, sensitive. But for the most part, after years and years of taking good care of my skin, it is normal. It's not extremely dry. It's not extremely oily in any area. So I can kind of go with any formula that I want. However, that may not be the case for you. If you have extremely dry skin, then you probably do not want to venture into a lot of mattes because they are drying. If you have oily skin, you probably want to stay away from the really rich moisturized lipsticks because, again, it's going to just add more oil to your skin. So I'm going to show you my favorite picture with one of my favorite colors from our new matte line, and that is called Love Affair. Love Affair is very, very popular, and it just fits with a lot of skin tones. I'll take that one down and show you. Go away, Love Affair. Go away. This one's a pretty cool one. It's Bare It All. It's a very neutral color. I advise you, if you get that color, I would say get a couple of pencils so that you can kind of vary the tone, because it can be very bland if you just put that lipstick on by itself. So, but what's happening right now is we have the 2 for $19. 2 for $19 lipsticks in the matte, the new liquid mattes, the what is the other ones? The twist up crayons and the moisture whip. So again, knowing your skin, you need to look at that and then choose a lipstick within your comfort zone for your skin. What is going to make your skin the happiest right now? Okay, is it going to be something that's drying, or is it going to be more something that's going to give it moisture? Okay, now I'm sitting here with no lipstick on and I don't feel comfortable. That's not you don't see that very often, but I did want to pop that up and tell you that right now you can get 2 for $19 or 3 for $23. Now, I don't know why you would go with the 19. That doesn't even make sense. But nevertheless, the 3 for $23 is obviously the best deal. So here's what we are going to do. The first thing I do after I put on the primer is I go ahead and I use a pencil. I always sharpen the pencil, irregardless of if there's a little point. I want to sharpen it, and the reason I want to sharpen it is because, as I tell you, you don't want any tugging. You do not want any tugging whatsoever on your skin. You don't. You do not need to help gravity along. No, don't help gravity. So I take my sharp pencil and I subscribed to the X marks the spot application. So I start at the highest point of my Cupid bow and I mark in. I'll do that again. I mark it in a diagonal line from the tip of that side. Then I go to the other side and I mark it in. So I have an X. X marks the spot. So then I can go ahead from the tip of that side and pull it on around. Same thing on the other side and pull it on around. Now, if my pencil has gotten a little wayward, I'm just going to easily correct it now. And usually I just take my smallest finger and just do like that to make sure that I have a nice clear dip, at my Cupid's bow. So then I go ahead and line it out. Now I'm going to show you our liquid mattes, and our liquid mattes say to line your entire lip. Some lipsticks tell you that, some lipsticks don't. So you need to really read what the package says. If it says to line, then line, because that means it's going to adhere to your lips a lot better. If it says just to line the outside, then you don't need to do that. If it tells you to use a primer, because that's the instructions that are the best application with that lipstick. And a lot of times people don't, I know how to use lipstick. I've been using lipstick forever. And nowadays, with all the different types of lipsticks we have on there, velvets and mattes and stains and all of those different formulas, you do need to pay attention to what the application process that's suggested. Okay, so I'm going to line my entire lip because that is what this particular lipstick that I'm going to share with you says to do. And I am all about my lipstick being where I put it. I want it to stay where I put it. I'm not chasing my makeup. If I have to run after it, it needs to go. So here are the 6 new colors in the liquid matte. I'll show them very quickly. This one is Candy Kiss. It is sort of a bluish red, which is the one I'm actually going to show you because that is my absolute favorite color. This is Soft Kiss. Very pretty. She is very pretty. We have a Long Kiss. This is a kind of a reddish pink. Long Kiss. Then there is First Kiss. Is kind of a more deeper plum pink. Deeper pink, but a little plum tinge to it. This is more of your true red, and it's called a True Kiss, of course. And finally, this is Kiss and Tell, and it is more of your coral. Okay. So I am going to take the first one I showed you, which is Candy Kiss, and I'm going to show you that what you want to do is still the same process I did with the pencil, is you want to exit out in the opposite direction so that you keep that deep, beautiful, not trying to stick my finger in my nose, beautiful dip right there on your Cupid's bow. It just really makes your lips like pop. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this applicator. The applicator has a way of being able to just line the way it comes to a point. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to my Cupid's bow and I'm going to exit out. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Exit out. And then I'm going to take it around. And I'm going to take it around on the other side. Again, you're lining it out with the applicator. And I'm going to do the same on the bottom. And then fill it in. If you made any mistakes, this is where you correct it. You have to know that our lips are not always the same on both sides. Perfection would tell you to match them up. But I have found that perfection's not always what I'm going for. Because I also know that my smile is a little different on one side than it is the other. And that I've learned, again, that my little idiosyncrasies and my little imperfections kind of work together. So I don't trip on that part. So you're going to let your lipstick dry completely. You have put treatment on it and you have put a primer on it. You have penciled it in and now you've applied the lipstick. Now, because these are liquid mattes, again, you're going to let them dry. These should last you 6 to 8 hours. 6 to 8 hours. Exactly. Now, the liquid mats are a little different in terms of the lining out. They want you to completely line it. The other ones that I showed you, let me pull this up so you can see it again. The newer mats that came out like in March, they don't tell you to line it out completely. It tells you just to line the outside. You have the moisture whips right here that are, again, if you are an oily skin person, I would tell you to stay away from those. Now, if your lips are in need of moisture, though, that is the absolute best. Or the crayons, the twist up crayons. It just drenches your lips with moisture. It's just absolutely fabulous. But if you want that matte look, you will go with the 3 that are on the left side there. Okay, so I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to tell you, here it is. This is the finished look. I don't know about flawless and perfection, as the lady said earlier today, but this is what I do, and this is what works for me. Now, you have to figure out for you what is the best formula for you, what is your needs. Now, I do go ahead and spray it out when I'm finished with the lipstick. I will go ahead and use our setting spray. I don't know that it really is necessary, but I like the feel of just the moisture. And during the day, you know, with just feeling dry or just feeling like, you know, I want to refresh, I do it. So here we go. Well, that's it. So that is Sharen D's flawless lipstick application. Love to hear about yours. So you guys have a great day. And if you want to see more things about lipstick and application and so forth, you can check out my YouTube channel. I have lots of stuff on there about lipstick, makeup, skincare, and just generally feeling good about yourself, because that's what I'm about. Holistically loving you from the inside out and the outside in. This is Sharen D logging up. Bye-bye.